Hi guys. Okay, so you might be asking, how can you, besides doing your readings, how can you help me to attract in my twin flame? So, okay, let's talk about it. One of the things that I discovered and on my journey is how to become a black cat. So, what is a black cat, you're asking? What does that mean? So, to be a black cat is to embody the energy of the black cat. So, I'm going to give you an example. Have you ever seen the way cats and dogs are and how they interact with human beings? Dogs are very energetic, and they have this very unconditional type love for their masters. Okay, now for those of you that are cat people, hear me out. I am a cat person. I like all animals, but I prefer cats. And here's the reason why. Cats are very, very independent, okay? With a cat, you cannot just go into the energy of loving the cat, because cats, you have to earn their love. Cats, not only do you have to earn their love, but also black cats especially, they intrigue people because they are mysterious. They don't always behave as other cats do. There's a sort of aura of mystery around the black cat, right? So when I'm saying to you to be a black cat, the whole idea is to embody the energy of this black cat, okay? Now, let me tell you a little bit more about how I accidentally discovered my black cat energy. So, quite a while back, someone from my past had contacted me, and this was a lover from far, far back, okay? And when this person reached out to me, I was not, hold on one second. Okay. So when this person reached out to me, I wasn't entirely sure that I wanted to entertain this connection, right? So I sort of put it on the back burner, and I just didn't really respond to his texts and messages and things like that. I think I responded initially the first time, and then after that I was just like, I was in this energy of like, I'm a Leo, like we don't look backwards, right? We're only looking forwards. So I sort of just went about my day and started doing what I normally do, right? Which, you know, I'm super busy. I'm a mom of 3. I homeschool them. I'm also, you know, I also do readings for you guys. I'm a YouTuber, which, by the way, you guys, so you have recently all got me to 500 subscribers. And remember I said, that was my goal, was to get to the 500, one of my goals, right? And you guys did get me to the 500. So we will be doing a 500 subscriber special, and I will be answering all of your questions, and I will be doing free readings on here for you guys. So just so you know, we will be doing that. Okay. I should put this camera closer. I feel like there's a glare. Let me try to fix it. That's way worse. So anyways, Is that a little bit better? It's not such a glare. Okay, so back to the black cat story. And thank you guys for the 500 subscribers. Okay, so I ended up being in my black cat energy by accident because I was busy just going about doing the things that I do on a normal basis as a mom. And like I said, I sort of put all of his conversations on the back burner. Okay, and something miraculous happened when I did that. So this person, instead of, leaving and giving up, all of a sudden, this person was messaging me and messaging me and messaging me and calling me nonstop. And I was like, what is going on, right? I didn't realize that by focusing on what I was doing and allowing myself to be busy, that I was triggering this response in this masculine, this sort of like innate scientific hunting response, this sort of conquer response is what I like to call it, right? This chasing behavior in this masculine. And as time progressed on, I started to realize like what was happening, right? And I was like, this is intriguing, right? So I put that on the back burner and I just sort of made a mental note of it so that I could tell you guys about this, right? So there's that. There's the black cat, and that is what sort of will trigger the masculine's chase response, I guess is what we're gonna call it. All right, so that's the first tip, okay? Allow him to, so let me just go into a bit like why this happened. So the masculine by nature is hardwired, their brain is hardwired to conquer, to seek, to chase, okay? That is why masculines love things like football. That is why, back in the days, they were the ones that went out and hunted. And anytime there is a challenge that is, or anytime a masculine sees something as a challenge, it triggers a response in them to try to meet that challenge, okay? So by not being available to the masculine, right, and by focusing on yourself or your day, or even if you do end up, responding to his texts, always leave something to the imagination. So for example, I'll give you a perfect example. So this masculine would say, oh, what are you doing this weekend? And I, completely by accident, not on purpose, okay, would say things like, because I'm not into playing games or anything like that. That's not what this is about, okay? And I don't want you guys to use this to play games with someone, okay? Because that's fucking immature. So don't do that. So I would say things like, oh, just doing what I do, just my magical stuff that I do every weekend, right? Which I didn't realize was making this masculine be like, well, what is she doing? And so then he was curious, like, what does that entail? Like, what is so magical about your weekend? Like, what's going on, right? So then he would dive deeper. He wanted to know more. Like, so what is it that you do for fun on the weekends? Like, what are you doing these days, right? And the more I sort of was like vague about things, the more this masculine became obsessed. Okay, so that's the first tip: be a black cat. The second tip is, and you can use this to draw on your soulmate, you can use this to draw on your twin flame. It'll work. Okay, soulmate, doesn't matter. You want to attract someone, anyone. Trust me, trust me, trust me. These work. Okay. So, and it's not, like I said, it's not about playing games. It's about just embodying divine feminine energy. Okay. So the second thing that I'm going to tell you is this. There was a study done on what makes masculines fall in love. Okay. So masculines fall in love with experiences. So, for example, a masculine might not fall in love with a feminine who sits there on the phone and talks his ear off for like an hour, right? You might think that by sitting there on the phone with him and talking to him until 4 in the morning and telling him everything that about yourself, every song you like, every flavor of ice cream, every time you ever got your heart broken or whatever, is going to make him form a bond with you. It won't. Okay, I can guarantee you it won't. What makes men fall in love, right? He might not remember that girl, but I guarantee you what he will remember is that girl that lightly touched his hand over dinner, made intense eye contact with him, and said, "Can you please pass me the salt?" Right? Here's why that is. That female created a experience for him. Even if it was just an experience of looking deeply into his eyes and connecting with him through that eye contact, that is an experience he will never forget, because he will remember the deep gaze, the softness of her voice, the way she gently brushed against his hand, and all of those things will replay in his mind when she is no longer in his presence. And it'll create this feeling of, not only will chemicals be firing in his brain, right? But also he will be thinking about that moment, therefore thinking about her over and over again, like a loop. Okay? Now, here is another way that you can create an experience for a masculine. And ladies, please, please use these with discretion, okay? Here's another way that you can create an experience for a man. Okay, I have been doing some research, and there are certain foods which, when eaten, will make all of your body fluids, meaning all of your body fluids, tears, sweat, blood, other things, taste good. Okay? Which in itself is a very addicting experience, right? So there are two main fruits which create this taste experience. All right? And they are kiwi and pineapple. So these, if eaten every single day, at least once a day, will make your body fluids taste absolutely delicious, which once again will create an experience for him if you guys are ever intimate, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to leave the rest up to the imagination. All right. So there's also other things that you can do to create an experience. There are, like, for example, I'll give you a personal thing that I do other than eating the fruit. Another personal example that I do to create an experience is I have a peppermint chapstick. It's just a very simple peppermint chapstick right here. See? It's literally chapstick. And it's peppermint. And it tingles when you put it on your lips. Okay? And it tingles a lot. Like, sometimes to the point where it can be uncomfortable. So I have to be like, and sometimes when I put too much on, I have to wipe it off, right? So, point in case that I'm trying to make. that in itself can create an experience. So now imagine a masculine comes close to me and he decides to come in for a kiss. That's going to create a whole experience in itself. That the whole hint of peppermint on his lips, the tingling sensation, the smell. So now, anytime that masculine leaves my presence, he is going to associate that kiss and that taste with the taste of my lips. Okay? And see how I'm not just inciting, his sense of taste, but also his sense of smell and his sense of touch, because it's the tingle, it's the smell, it's the taste. Peppermint is a very, very strong, what is peppermint, right? It's a very, very strong plant. And so it creates a whole experience. 3 different senses of his sensory are firing off at once, right? So not only does he have that experience, but he also has the experience of when he's tasting me, he's tasting things that taste delicious, right? Also, kiwi fruit makes it so that you do not have any body odor. Just another pleasant sensory effect. So, okay, moving on. Now let's talk about self-concept. Now this is going to be the most important thing in your arsenal to attract any masculine, soulmate, high-level soulmate, twin flame, doesn't matter, okay? This is going to be the most important thing in your arsenal. One second. This is going to be the thing that packs the most punch. Okay? Working on your self-concept. Working on your self-concept. I'm going to say it again. Working on your self-concept. So, how do I do that? Let's talk about it. Working on your self-concept. Here's what you're going to do. The easiest thing and the most effective thing for me when I started working on my self-concept was subliminals. Okay. Now, there's a whole bunch of mixed reviews about subliminals and the power of subliminals, and I don't care about any of those. I don't care about any of them. Subliminals work. They work. And I can tell you how they work, because slowly but surely overnight, they have started to change my life in drastic, let me say that again, drastic ways, especially when it comes to my self-concept. All right. So here's what you're going to do. I am sharing trade secrets here. Okay. So you're going to want to pay attention, take notes, and take this seriously, because I guarantee you all of this that I'm sharing is going to change your life. All right. So working on your self-concept. I started in October listening to subliminals on YouTube. Okay. And I started out with just basically some self-love and self-concept subliminals. And then I sort of moved on to other things like money subliminals, abundance subliminals. They have subliminals for everything. Subliminals to make men obsessed with you, subliminals to make men physically attracted to you, subliminals to make you love yourself, subliminals to give you a dream house, whatever it is that you want to do. They even have subliminals to make you taste and smell good, but you don't really need to do that, because you can just do what I told you with the kiwi and the pineapple, and trust me, that's going to work faster. But, okay, so I started in October, and I'm telling you, now we are in January 2025, and it has completely changed my perception of myself. Completely. I went from kind of feeling myself to literally in love with myself. In love, absolutely cannot get enough of myself. Delicious, honestly, you guys. And in order to attract anyone into your life, the first thing you need is a super duper high self-concept. To the point where people could be like, girl, your lipstick is this, girl, you look hit, and you could be like, No, the hell I don't, because I always slay and I don't care what you say. I always look good. You know, that's how you get to the point of like, even when you're in your pajamas, or you're having a sick day or whatever, you don't feel good, or you just threw up all over the stuff, all over the bathroom, in the bar, and you still look in the mirror and go, God, I am sexy. Okay? This is where you need to be before you can attract anyone into your life. Your self-concept has to be so strong that nobody can take you down at all. At all. Ever. You have to be so secure in yourself and in who you are. Okay? So, go on YouTube, find yourself a self-concept subliminal, one that you like, one that resonates with you, and you're going to listen to it in the morning when you first wake up, okay? And at night before you go to bed. And you're going to listen to it with headphones or earbuds. Okay? That's important. It's important. So that way you can get the full effect. Without it, they don't work as well. They're not going to work as fast, okay? Now, if you start listening to it and you notice like you don't even feel, you should literally feel the difference within like day 2 or day 3. If you don't, if not immediately, okay? If you don't, find a different subliminal, because that one's not working for you. Okay? Find a different one. All right? Because you should start to see results immediately. All right. So, after you do your self-concept thing, after you find your subliminal, okay, just keep listening to it. Even on the days when I wake up and I feel kind of bummy and I'm just like, oh, my hair is like, I'm not having a good hair day, whatever, I will put that subliminal on and I will listen to it, and immediately I'm back in goddess mode. I'm like, who cares? So what? Like, my hair is whatever. I'm still whatever. You know what I'm saying? I am still goddess. Like goddess, Aphrodite, Venus, like all of that, right? Okay, it's just an instant confidence booster. And let me tell you something about confidence. When you have it, it draws people, not just men, into you like a flame. I mean, it makes your aura magnetic. It draws everything to you, everything. So everything that you're trying to manifest, money, abundance, dream house, whatever, everything just starts flowing into your life like effortlessly, because your aura is magnetized. There is nothing more magnetic than confidence, high self-confidence, high self-concept, and self-love, right? Okay. Another way that I will boost my self-concept, okay? These are just little things that I do, and I started doing these before I was even listening to the self-concept subliminals, okay? Which is funny because these are just little things that I used to do to like boost my self-esteem. And then now that I listen to the high self-concept subliminals, I do these every night, like without fail. They're part of my routine. So if, say, you're having a day and you just kind of feel bummy, you listen to yourself concept subliminal and you still are kind of like, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it. So what you need to do is you need to come up with a self love ritual that you do every single day without fail. Like, you never steer from it. Mine is, no matter what time I wake up, whether I wake up early or whether I wake up late, every single day I work out. Okay, I have been doing that since the beginning of January. Okay. And keep in mind, I started listening to the self-love subliminals, right? The self-concept subliminals in October. I'm just now starting to see massive results. I was the type of person, I hated working out. Hated it. Girl. Hated it. Now, I wake up every single day and I work out. So I alternate. I'll do yoga on one day with my daughter. And then the next day I will do cardio on my bike. Okay. And I don't just do my bike. I will do my bike for like 25 to 30 minutes. That's 6 miles a day on my bike. Okay. I went from someone who never liked to work out to doing 6 miles on my bike every day, every other day, because I alternate between yoga and that. Okay. Not only do I do the bike, I also will do squats, a set of squats. I do lifts, right, with my my little barbells. Okay, right now I'm only on 2 pounds because I just started, but I'm gonna, they're already like too light, so I gotta go up to 5 pounds, and I'm just gonna keep moving up. All right, and then I also do mountain climbers, girl. So if you've ever done mountain climbers, let me just tell you, they're brutal. Look them up on YouTube. You know, there's got to be videos of someone doing them. All right. So yeah, I went from someone that hates to work out to working out every single day. Okay. Every single day I alternate yoga, cardio. Okay. So that's part of my self-concept routine. Also at night, this is what I do. This is my self-concept, self-love routine at night. I have a oil. It is an amethyst oil that I made myself, and it is a signature scent that I created. And every night I will put that amethyst oil, which I created. Okay, it's my signature scent. I put it here, behind my ears, here in this little area of my neck, and on my third eye. Okay. So, I do that at night. I also will put on my peppermint chapstick so that I wake up with soft lips, right? And I will put lotion on my hands. So that is my self-love ritual every single night. Now I also have little self-love rituals that I do throughout the day. So, every time I take a shower, we'll talk about my whole shower routine later. I don't shower. I take baths. I don't shower. I only take baths. Okay. I do have a little handheld like shower thing that I use, right? That it's kind of like a shower, I guess, but you know, I'm sitting down in the bath because I like to be luxuriously laid out and to relax when I clean myself. So, but that's for another video. Mainly what I wanted to talk about is one of my self-love things that I do to just make myself feel absolutely juicy, and it is this. When I get out of the shower, I will take lotion and I will put it on my knees. I will put it on my ankles. I will put it on my hands, right? Sometimes I put it on my face if I've washed my face with soap, and I always use natural soap, right? If I just use a washcloth to wash my face, I won't put lotion on because I have a naturally like oily face, which is really great because I always get the resting bitch face and this, right? Very young looking skin. By the way, I use anti-aging subliminals. So if y'all are wondering, I'm 44. Okay. You tell me if they're working. I don't use any products on my skin other than natural soap, like, you know, castor oil soap on my skin and lotion. That's it. I don't have a skincare routine. Nope. Okay. So when I get out of the shower, bath, I will put the lotion on my knees, on my ankles, and I take the amethyst oil that I was telling you guys about, and I will not only put it on my pulse points, I will also put it on my inner thighs and right above my kitty, right above it. Not on it, right above it. Sort of rub it in, right, where like the hair starts, right? And I shave, but you know what I mean, like if there was hair there might be a little stubble sometimes. Sometimes I keep a little patch. I don't know, it depends. But I'll put it right there, right above it. So again, that's for me. because I like to smell like heaven. But if I'm ever with my partner, they get to have that experience as well. So I hope this video helped. You want to know how to get your twin flame back, do all of those little things. And also, the main thing that you guys can do to attract your twin flame is to focus on you. I mean, really focus on you, like I am. Like, focus, do all of these things that you like to do. Work on your self-concept, work on healing your trauma, balance your chakras, meditate every day, work out, work on becoming your best self, right? Give yourself so much self-love that you puke it out, like, honestly, okay? And do something every single day, multiple times a day, that make you happy, because joy is one of the most magnetic frequencies, other than unconditional love, that you can be in. Okay? Focus on you. I mean, really focus on you. Like, don't pretend to focus on yourself. Really do it. Achieve your goals. Do everything that you want to do. Okay? And we'll talk in the next video. I love you guys.